Myself, Ankita Tiwari, from LG Institute of Engineering and Technology, from ITICT department. I am going to take a session from the subject that is some computer vision. The subject code is 3171614. The module that we are going to cover, that is module number 1. The name of the module is Overview of Computer Vision and its Applications. Okay, so with respect to that module, we are going to represent the topic that is image formation and representation. The topic that we are going to cover in that topic itself as cameras and projections. So basically in this session we are going to study what the camera is. After that we are going to study about the projection part. Okay, so initially we'll talk about what is a digital camera. We have already known and we have already studied in the last lecture itself what a camera is and how the image is being captured in the camera. We have seen the concept of thin film and the object, where we were keeping an abstract or the hindrance in between the object, and so that we will get the clear image of an object. So for that, how the digital camera is and what it is, how it works, that we are going to study. So after starting from one or more light sources which are already there, reflecting off one or more sources, that is surfaces in the world, and passing through the camera's optics, where the light finally reaches the imaging sensor. Now we'll talk about the imaging sensor here, how the sensor will take the image and how it will reflect with respect to the light sources which are already available, and we are having different sources of light. So how are the photons arriving at this sensor works, that is converted into the digital, that is RGB. We know RGB model, where values are defined for the RGB color, and will observe when we look at a digital image, so that we will get the clear image. So with respect to that, initially we have to understand what a working model is. So with respect to that, we are having this working model as I've shown here. We are having camera irradiance, which are already we are already knowing it. From the object we are getting the radiance in the form of irradiance, which we already know that camera irradiance from the object, which will be given in the optics form, that will be given to the aperture, where the different qualities of the object is being measured from the values itself. From there it will go to the shutter part. That value is being given to the sensor. So every part is being distributed of the image in the form of values, and that will be given to the sensor part. Now here two types of sensor that we are using, that is CCD and CMOS. In detail we are going to learn about this. That is CCD and CMOS, two of the sensors chips that we are using it. That will be defined with respect to and will be given to the gain, that is ISO. The values will be defined. From there, the A to D, it will be given, the values will be given to the A to D converters, that is analog to digital, because here till now the values in the form of signals, that will be converted to the digital value, that is 0, 1 value, and that value will be taken place and will be taken in the database. So one raw database will also be there. The raw data is there of the image, where if the image which is being captured is blur or anything else, so from there the data can be captured. So that raw data will be created in some database. That raw data also will go to the domestic, where domestic the value will be taken place, and from there the sharpened things will be done. Here also modules are also defined. In that also in detail we are having it. With respect to that, it will go to the white balancing of the image. Okay, from there the white balancing means the image should be balanced with respect to black and white image. From there the gamma, the curves, the things, the display, the thing that we want to display. So display place, it will go to the that the curved images will go there, and with respect to that the file will be compressed. Now that compressed file will go to the database, where all the images will be there. Here we have taken the format of JPEG. The image is being captured in the JPEG by default, and that will go to the database of the JPEG, where the files are being stored. Already files are being stored. So with respect to that, these of the flow goes from the camera to the JPEG database, where the actual file is being captured and it will go into the system. So this is how the model of a camera is, and this is how it works for any of the file. We are talking about one file, particular file. Now with respect to that, we need to understand what a digital camera comprises of. So light falling on an imaging sensor okay, the light sources which are already there, is usually picked up by an active sensing area, which is integrated for the duration of the exposure, where we have to take it, that image usually expressed at the shutter speed, how the capture is being taken, how the image is being captured, how the data is being analyzed in a fraction of a second. That is 1 by 125th the second, 1 by 60th second, 1 by 30th second. So these are the different fraction that we have. We can say that that is the shutter speed, how the image is being captured, and then passed to a set of sense amplifiers, where all the things that we have already seen will be done. So with respect to that, there are two kinds of sensors. I've already told you, CMOS and CCD, which is used in digital, still, and also the video cameras today are charged coupled device, that is CCD, and complementary metal oxide, that is on silicon, which is also known as CMOS. So these are the two kinds of sensor that we are going to use in digital, also for the videos also. So these are the two sensors, and in detail we are going to study what these sensors is capturing it. Okay. So the digital camera basically is defined by, this is the somewhat small image where simple simplification of an image, how the image is being captured is given. How? So as you can see here, we are having an imaging system here. Okay, that imaging system in depth we will be going to study. We are having illumination energy sources, that is light rays that we are getting it. Okay, then we are having the internal image plane. We are having that image which is not seen visible to us, but it is there. Internal image plane which is given to the output digitized image, where we will be seeing it like this image looks. So this is what the thing is with respect to the scene element which is already there. So this scene element can be any of the thing, any of the object which we are taking. With respect to this image, we are having three of the things: the imaging system, the internal image plane, and the optical image, the digital image, that digitized image that we are seeing it in our screen. So we are having three of the processes how this digital camera works. Okay, internally it works and externally it works. So that both things we need to cover. We have to think of it, how it goes and how it does. So these are the things that we are going to capture in this subject. The CCD cameras, we have already told about the two of the cameras that we are using it, that's CCD and CMOS. So CCD cameras, the CCD is basically photo generated, okay, photo generated image that we are already having it, that is charged from pixel to pixel and converted to what? To voltages at an output node, because output node we need to have it, and also the analog digital converter then turns pixel, okay, each pixel value which is already been defined by the CCD into a digital value, that is 0 1 value, because system understands only machine language, that is 0 1. So this is how CCDs move that photo generated charge, okay, that is pixel value, from one pixel to another and convert it to voltage. Okay, from there we will get the output, will be given to the output node, and from there this will be given to the analog to digital converter, where it turns each pixel value which is defined into a digital value. This is how the process is. We are having CCD and we are having CMOS. Both the process follows the same thing, that is photon to electronic conversion and charge to voltage conversion, both at a particular cell. As you can see here, that cell is a pixel value, that is XY value that we have already known, we have already seen the last lecture itself. So both that thing is represented by this photon to electronic conversion. Okay, this photon to electronic conversion defines by the charge. Okay, that is charge to voltage conversion, which is defined at that point, as you can see here. At each and every point it is being done, and that will be given to this current. Okay, from there the output is connected, and from that the ADC conversion will be here. From there it will be given to the ADC conversion, that is A to D converters. So this is how the CCD works with respect to CMOS. The same thing what a CMOS has done, same thing is doing, but with respect to processes. So here CMOS convert charge to voltage inside each element. There the charge flows from one to another for the whole system, but here it will be given as a charge to voltage inside each element. It will be done. It uses several transistors at each pixel to amplify and move the charge using more traditional wires. Okay, so the CMOS signal is digital, so it needs no ADC. no A to D converters, but there it was need of A to D converters. So CMOS signal is already digitalized. Okay, that is it is 0 to 1 conversion directly. So it doesn't need any A to D converters. But in CCD, we need to have that conversion because there it is not internally driven. For the whole system, it is going to the charge to voltage process, and that from that it will be given to the output node, and from there it will go to the A to D converters. So that there is a need of A to D converters. So there, this is what CCD and CMOS. The same thing as follows. We have already done that CD, CMOS, same thing. The charge to process is been done in CCD, and in CMOS it is done at a particular pixel, and that is in the form of 0 and 1 itself. So we doesn't need to convert it. So this is what the thing is with respect to CMOS and with respect to CCD, the both of the conversion. Now we are having different factors affecting the sensors, because here right now we are just talking about the cameras, nothing else. So here the cameras, here sensors, we are having the main factors for the performance of a digital image sensor are, that is first of all the shutter speed, the sampling pitch, the fill factor. We are going to see in detail chip size, analog gain, sensor noise, and the resolution of the analog to digital converter. Now, with respect to that, many of the actual values for these parameters can be read from the EXIF tags. We are already there, which is embedded with the digital images itself. We will also be seeing it, what an EXIF tags are. Now, while others can be obtained from the camera manufacturers, that is specification sheets which are already there, or from the camera review or calibration websites. So these are the things that we need to understand about the factors for the sensors. Now we'll see each and every factors in detail. That is, first of all, the shutter speed. The shutter speed directly controls the amount of light that is reaching the sensor, and hence determines if the images are under or overexposed. So this is what the shutter speed does. Okay, after that we have the sampling pitch. The sampling pitch is the physical spacing, okay, for what? Between the adjacent sensor cells on the imaging chip, where the imaging chip is. Okay, so these are the things for the sampling pitch. Then we are having fill factor. The fill factor is the active sensing area, where the size as a fraction of the theoretical available, that is sensing area, will be there. So it will be size as the fraction of the theoretical available sensing area. We can say fill factor is the active sensing area, okay, where the image is being captured as a size itself. Okay, so that the actual size we are talking about. Chip size. So video and point and shoot cameras have traditionally used small chip areas, while digital SLRs, we are already doing it, try to come closer to the traditional size of a 35 mm film area. You have seen that now the digitization is done so far, like the film, that mobile phones that we are taking, the size is decreasing. As small as the chip area is, as large the memory size will be. So this is what the chip size is a very big affecting factor of the sensor. Analog gain. Before analog to digital conversion, the sensed signal is usually boosted by a sense amplifier. In video cameras, the gain on these amplifiers was traditionally controlled by the automatic gain control, that is AGC logic, which would adjust these values to obtain a good overall performance. So analog gain is also a very big factor. With respect to that, we are having sensor noise. We already know sensor noise, which is already there, that is the throughput of the whole sensing process. That is, noise is added from the various sources. As right now I'm talking about, so various noise will be there in the outsiders, so which may include fixed pattern noise, that is dark current noise, also short noise, so amplifier noise and quantization noise. So we are having different noise sources which are always also there. So sensor noise should also be there in order to reduce it. ADC resolution, the final step in the analog processing chain occurring within an imaging sensor, is the analog to digital conversion, which is also known as ADC resolution. Also, the point is digital post processing is also a factor. Once the irradiance values, which are already taking place from the object arriving at the sensor, have been converted to digital bits. Once the conversion is done, most cameras perform a variety of digital signal processing (DSP) operations in order to enhance the image before compressing and storing the pixel values. it should be analyzed, and before it should processing, it should be professed, so that the image is being compressed very smoothly and very easily and very good in a good quality. This is what the different factors we have, and this is what the thing is. And we have done till here, that is the cameras. Projections will be going to do in the next sessions.